What's up, everybody? Hello. Hello. What's up? It's your boy, Rick Cactus. How we doing? Obfuscated. How you doing? How are you? Fucking. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Just tweeting. What is up? Yo! VIDOC, Melina, Austin, Ham. How you guys doing? What's up? Aphelion, Weevil, how you doing? Metronoid! Garrett, how's everybody doing, everyone? I hope everyone's having a good day. We got VIDOC shit, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited. It looks super fucking lit. We can go ahead and watch the we can go ahead and watch the fucking let me the cinematic trailer from yesterday. Set the tone, and then we'll hop into the new VIDOC here. Everything we learned on season 2 is banger after banger. Yeah, man. Yo, what's up, Gingerly? How you doing? Great day to be a marathon fan. Yes, I'm with Cross boycotting marathon. Hey, that is totally on you, man. At some point, I know people are gonna ask my thoughts on the Cross situation. I have spent the last 3 years of my life working at a very large company with many different product lines and large things. Not necessarily in the video game industry, but in the tech industry. Materials, technology type thing, but I respect Cross for using his platform for what he believes in, and maybe putting some financial stuff on the line. Although, yeah, sure. I just don't agree. I don't agree with his take. I don't agree with the projected outcome that people are having. I don't think if you want Destiny content, which I do more than anything, Marathon is not Destiny. Marathon will never be Destiny. Nothing will ever be Destiny. Destiny is Destiny. And I want more Destiny more than anything in the video gaming world. And if I believed that the way to get that was to not play Marathon, then I wouldn't. But I live in the real world and I see how billion or trillion dollar companies work. And they will sooner take a tax write-off. So I respect everyone. Like I have I'm a big fan of using your platform and using your voice and showing your support and standing up for what you believe in and protesting or unionizing or boycotting or whatever. I that is one of the most fundamentally sacred rights that most countries have, and I think it's a really powerful tool to use as a consumer, as a human. I just personally do not believe boycotting Marathon at all in any shape, way, or form makes you more likely to experience a Destiny 3. And quite the opposite, in my opinion. There's no world where Marathon's the most popular game ever. There's no world where it's not a Fortnite, it's not an Apex, it's not an Arc Raiders. It will never be those things. If Bungie's tool to have a viral video game is Destiny, and if Sony wants that to happen, then it's through Destiny, not through Marathon. But I don't think boycotting Marathon in any way, shape, or form makes that more likely to happen. But I respect people who do, and I respect your decision to play or not play based off of that. So, Scare, I have a theory that the zombie enemies are an amalgamation of the bodies of other crew runners that died on the run and got brought back. Ooh, that'd be sick. That'd be really sick. You did Vault 6 yesterday? Fuck yeah, dude. Nice. Nice. I think it's selfish to expect Bungie to make only Destiny forever. The thing is, look, it's not like that, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I also personally don't agree with any of the takes that Marathon caused Destiny to be where it is. Like, everyone always focuses on the 100 or 200 devs that went from Destiny to Marathon. No one ever talks about the 500, 600 devs that got laid off. And if you want your Destiny resources, they're right there. You know what I mean? Those were primarily people on incubation projects or Destiny. Marathon was in through every source that I'm aware of in the vast minority of layoffs, both rounds. And if you want a finger to point at where resources left the company and left Destiny, it's there. Not when people went over to Marathon. So look, man. Once again, like everyone has their personal beliefs. Respectfully to Cross, like I don't think he has a lot of experience working for large companies or bouncing between product teams or project teams. And I know the reality in my field, in my job, at my company is they do not go, like, I'm at an innovation company. I apply for internal grants to work on projects all the time, project agreements. And I am afforded more leeway to take risks and work on more creatively fulfilling things if I have a track record showing I can deliver a product. And the reality is right now that Bungie does not have that track record to Sony. Because under Sony, they have not delivered, anything. Like, they delivered Marathon, but it's, by all accounts, not doing as well as anyone wanted internally at Bungie or Sony. So, if my experience is anything to go by, if or when Bungie turns Marathon around and it ends up being more of a sustainable source of money and revenue and player counts, then hopefully they're afforded more abilities to take risks and do stuff. Also, like, when I apply for projects and internal funding, I'm applying for $100,000 to $300,000 worth of money. It's not real money, right? It's just like, that's just the budget that I'm allocated for a project for over the course of a year or two. Destiny's like, Destiny 3 would be like $500 million. So it's not even on the same playing field, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I just don't. I don't think his actions necessarily change anything, but I do believe it's important to show discontent with the Destiny axing it. Yeah, I think there are a lot of ways you can do that. I just don't. I think worst case scenario for Destiny is Marathon tanking, personally. Once again, working at a very large company and seeing how money is allocated to different projects and different teams, like, I just don't. I personally do not see a world where Marathon going under is anything but the death of Bungie, personally. But I do respect his platform and how he uses it. So that's it. That's where it is. That's just where I am with it. So yeah. That's kind of what I got. I'm pissed that Cross is empowering people with the my game, aka Destiny, versus your game, aka Marathon rhetoric. I love both, and frankly, he's being kind of a jerk about it. I think it's also like, with, once again, like, I like Cross. I consider Cross a friend. I don't always agree with how he phrases things or goes about things, but I think the reality for Cross is like, Marathon views aren't really there. If I cared about view count or making money or anything, I definitely would not. I would definitely not be covering Marathon because the view counts are bad. Cross doesn't make money covering Marathon, and I think the reality is he probably gains more respect or like solidarity from his base personally by boycotting than like the financial benefit for actually like covering Marathon for an extended period of time, because Marathon's not good for views. That's just kind of like my content creator hat for it as well. But yeah, man. You know, you got to think about these things. Luckily, this isn't my job, so I don't have to think about these things. I don't give a fuck. I do that. I enjoy the fuck out of Marathon. I cover it. If I wanted views, I'd go fucking talk about how, you know, there's a lot of things I could say there that I shouldn't say. You guys know. You guys know exactly the type of YouTuber I would pretend to be if I wanted money. So it's no secret how to make money on these platforms, but I don't need to do that. So I don't want to do that. I have no desire to do that. I cover things that I'm having fun doing. So who cares what Cross does? Are y'all really pressed on what one guy says? I think there's, I mean, one guy being like the largest content creator in our space. I think that's a little bit of a, yeah, that's important for sure. People are going to talk about it no matter what, right? So what's up, everyone? You bitch so hard on everything going wrong. Me? I do? Maybe I do. I don't know. He's influential enough for Asmongold to react to him. I could get Asmongold to react to me too. Different ways. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not really that impressive. Who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? I'd be like, yes, I believe that trans people should have rights. Oh shit. I'm gonna end up in a thumbnail, bro. Fucking hell. Anyways, that's the absolute state of things right now. I'm just here to have a good time. I'm here to have a good time, foster a community of not hateful bigots, and you know, play video games I love, and hopefully have a, you know, help make a couple of days better. So that's where I am. Scaro goes woke, dog. Real ones know Scaro's been woke, bro. He loves the game. He's not doing it for any ulterior motives. I disagree. But, like, I disagree from a place of respect. Like, I respect the game. But I think if you think that he's not doing it for ulterior motives, like, then you're pretty naive. He's fucking pissed. We're waiting 6 months just for them to say, oh, hey, we're stopping future shit for your favorite game. Sure. Learn to, I'd beg you, learn what a period is. But also, like, think a little bit. Yeah. Anyways. Tell me, is the audio level good here? Headlines tomorrow: renowned Destiny 2 and Marathon ARG streamer Scaro 9 found dead. Link to wokeness. He's back from the gym. This is really funny. Someone in the Discord, in the official Marathon Discord, added me and was like, "Wait till Scaro gets back from the gym." Like when the VIDOC came out. And it's like, that's awesome. That's great that you guys, that, you know, that makes me feel great. You know what I mean? But also it was at like 1 Eastern. So I was definitely at work. But I appreciate when people are like, Scaro's missing. Everyone's like, oh, he's spending time pumping iron. I love that, dude. That's great. That's really fucking good. Oh, that was you? Okay, there we go. I love it. Dude, I love the use of color in this, by the way. It's so fucking good. Oh, this scene right here, it switches to triage. That's fucking, that is, you know how like everyone's always like horror and comedy are like inextricably linked, right? Like behind every good horror movie is a lot of comedy. This shit, that's awesome. That's some straight up Evil Dead shit. I love it. Oh, I think these are the I think these are like the credential things they were talking about. What did they call them? Certifications? Steam charts. Holy shit, Steam charts. Bro, you know what I found out the other day? Destiny 1 has 0 players on Steam. Dead fucking game, bro. This is awesome. I didn't even catch this yesterday. The comments pointed it out to me. So Sentinel tells his teammates, like, wait. And then they're dead. Dude. Because it's not on PC? Dude, Easy Skills just called. He's trying to be PC about Destiny 1, bro. Everyone shame him for being woke. That's fucking awesome. No ARG found so far. No, I doubt we'll get an ARG prior to launch. I actually don't think we'll see another ARG until the next like cryo or endgame map. Is there actually a single thing in Marathon that's woke? I mean, Marathon is like very anti late stage capitalism. That's like the entire message is like, hey, when corporations become big enough to literally control the government, that's bad. That's like the core message in Marathon. Hey, we should definitely not use all of our resources on Earth and then fuck over all of our resources and people on Mars. And then instead of trying to save the planets we have, make giant, investments to try to get more profits and rare resources on a distant alien planet and then over corporatize those as well. That's like the literal core theme of all of Marathon. People just don't know what woke means. Because people who use it unironically in a sentence as a criticism, they're usually pretty dumb. But in terms of like being socially aware or like commentary on political or socioeconomic conditions, yes, Marathon is very critical of many things, as are most pieces of great art. So you could say literally the same thing about Destiny, tenfold. Giant evil corporations in the far future is not woke. Is that what do you think that this means? So I think this is Sentinel, because there's no lips, or is that Recon? Actually, those might be lips. This might be a Recon. But what do you think the colors mean? It's just a very odd set of colors. Are these the colors the lobsters can be? Check the dumpy. If it's impressive, it's Recon. True. It's just weird that the colors that they picked for that one are a little strange, I think, but that's so, I didn't even fucking notice that earlier. That's so sick. Fuck, their cinematic team's so good. I watched this on my phone, so there's gonna be a lot of shit I'm gonna be seeing for the first time. 1080p, Bungie, are you serious? I take it back. Everything I just said about the trailer team, I take it back, bro. No, I'm just 1080, bro.
When a player starts a new season, I want them to feel like we've been able to kind of recapture the magic of like week 1 of Marathon launch. Everything is new. You don't know what.
So I'm gonna point out something here that could matter, might not matter. Just something that's interesting to me. And as someone who, you know, has spent a long time making content and thinking about little details like this, I think it's very interesting. Bungie always has pronouns underneath their names here. And they didn't like in this video.
Of Marathon
and I haven't paid attention for the other, in the other VIDOCs. I've never noticed it, but I do know they usually have it. And I do wonder if that is actually like intentional to not draw the attention of chuds, which is unfortunate. That if it is intentional, it's unfortunate that they feel they have to do that.
Everything is new. You don't know what's valuable.
I didn't notice until the rando Grums post. Wait, did Grums actually point that out? I fucking hate Grums, dude. I hope that guy gets hit by a very slow moving train. Respectfully. He's just, you know, a train carrying breast milk. I mean, look, man, if there's a way he wants to go out, it's probably that.
Of like week 1 of Marathon launch. Everything is new.
How does that need to fit into the game? I thought it was an extraction shooter. Yeah, extraction shooters. Whoa. Extraction shooters are, they're like horror. That's like as close to horror as you can get, man. Not having Grubs blocked in the big 2022 plus 4 is not is crazy. I don't block people on Twitter because it lets them think they won. The type of people that warrant being blocked get immense sexual satisfaction from being blocked. So I refuse to block people on Twitter. I always have. I will not let people think they won.
The magic of like week 1 of Marathon launch. Everything is new.
Feed Twitch chat. YouTube doesn't deserve it. That was Twitch chat. The map being that dark is so peak. It is. I was really worried after the screenshots we were getting that it wasn't going to be dark. They show some like pitch fucking black tunnels here, which is awesome. Very cool. Did you see Jason Schreier started a YouTube channel? His first videos on the Destiny situation? Yeah, I was thinking we might watch that later for sure.
You don't know what's
anyway, sorry. Like I know people want me just to watch the video, but also like the reason you watch me watching the video is for commentary, and this is all important. Aren't people gonna gamma boost? This is something I learned about today. I've never heard of this. I don't know. I hope they have anti-gamma boosting technology, but I don't know what that looks like.
Of Marathon launch. Everything is new.
So one thing here, the rings in the background. I've been asking. This was actually one of the very first things. The very first map I ever played was Dire Marsh in October of 23, 24, whenever the fuck I played Marathon for the first time. And I was literally, because I counted 7 rings outside of the map, and I was like, are those Halo? Is that a reference to Halo rings? And I forget who I asked it to. It might have been Kevin. It was someone that was like in the live, and they were like, oh, you'll see what those are for. Or like, don't worry about those right now, or something like that. And I think it's interesting that this is the first time we've seen them do anything, and it's very reminiscent of the Traveler shards in the EDZ. Just volume up a bit. Yes, gotcha.
Everything is new. You don't the magic of like week 1 of
I do think they're anomaly related.
Everything is new.
There's an annoying chud in chat. Who? Who's the annoying chud in chat? We are anti-chud.
Yet that feeling of discovery.
Okay. Also, the anomaly doing cool shit is awesome. Why is Rick Cactus looking so fine today? What's up, guys? Rick Cactus here, and today we are talking about Marathon Season 2. Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Everything is new. You don't know what's valuable yet. That feeling of discovery is going to be exciting and kind of push you to new stories and new journeys along your seasonal progression.
The core thing we think about
This is cool.
How is that journey going to be
This is
interesting
cool.
and fresh, and how is it going to provide players different choices?
I don't really know what that
It's
is,
gonna
but
be a
it's
really exciting
cool.
time for people to sort of
I love that they are teasing this shit. I love that they're teasing this shit. Also, 7th column reference. Sorry, I'm gonna keep rewinding everything.
To
We
new
know
stories and new journeys along your seasonal progression.
The core thing we think about is how is that journey going to be interesting and fresh, and how is it going to provide players different choices?
I think it's going to be a really exciting time for people to sort of like chart a
Animation is
new
super
course
sick.
and sort of like finding their own new path.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll watch it once and then we'll break it down. Wow. Oh wait, here we go. Hesher. Bruh. How do I find this guy? Saying why he's the only authentic Destiny creator left is saying I love him. What? Is there a way I can see like exactly what people have said? I don't really know Twitch yet. I think if I click on his name or something, is there a way I can see like activity or something? I don't really know how this works. Twitch UI is dog shit. Where's the, how do I see recent? I don't see recent. Oh, 94 messages. Yes. He will most likely ban me. Remember, he doesn't block people on Twitter, so they don't think they won. Yeah, the difference is the Twitter experience only affects me. If you're being a dipshit in chat, you're affecting other people's experience, so it's different. I don't expect people to understand the complex thought required for such a simple concept. I don't know. He's not really saying he's trying to rage bait here. I mean, look, we can read this shit together. I don't give a fuck. He's trying to rage bait, but he's not doing great. I don't know. I feel kind of bad for him, actually, more than anything. Like, when people think they're good at rage baiting, but they're bad, I think it's kind of amusing. I'm going to leave this guy in chat. I don't think he's hurting anyone's experience. It's kind of funny more than anything. I'm going to leave this guy in chat. But keep working on it, Hesher. You'll get there. Also, drones. Fuck. I know I said I'd watch it through. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. The drones being on this map is crazy. I'm so sorry. The drones being on this map
The
is
narrative
fucking
theme of
crazy.
Season 2 is escalation. The UESC is tired of getting pushed around by the runners, and they're fighting back. As their opposition escalates, so too does the anomaly. One of your jobs is to find out why.
From the first moment you infill on Night Marsh, you're gonna feel tension.
It is
I love how
oppressive,
fucking dark it is.
unsettling. The creepiness factor gets ratcheted up.
As night falls, the anomaly intensifies and digital psychosis hallucinations start to affect you. Confusing, fragmented vocals and messages that really start to
red
play
on
with
the-
what the
on the
player is
anomaly.
hearing and making them question what's in their head versus in the real world.
The Screeb.
Upon landing in Night Marsh, all players will have an equipped flashlight by
My boy
default.
Danny.
Night Marsh is this interesting counterplay of, do I go to the places where there is light and kind of comfort and safety? But doing so makes you a lot more visible to people who are hiding in the dark.
When you are in those shadows, you want to have equipment that allows
Okay.
you to see in the dark.
Okay. We're gonna go back. We're gonna rewatch this and we're gonna go frame by frame. Does LiDAR work on other maps? And does it work through smoke? I need to know this because I am the most anti assassin smoke gamer on the planet. And I need to know if it'll work through smoke and on other maps.
Using your cybernetic eyes
We really leaned into LiDAR as kind of our mechanic for runners to navigate in the dark.
Once you start
It's so
accumulating
fucking
these
sick,
tools
dude.
and upgrading your loadout to be specifically tailored to fighting on Night Marsh, you're going to become far more powerful.
One thing we saw resonate with players from maps like Outpost was the way you could work your way through the map and earn access to treasure. That's the core principle of what we're looking to do on Night Marsh.
Players have kind of seen that there are maybe elevators or staircases up to something that has been closed
Okay.
off.
And I've hinted at this before. But the last piece of marathon content that I've played that isn't in the game yet. I'm almost 100% in the dark. The very first time I played marathon, you could go to the top of complex, but it wasn't finished. So I went up into a vent or something, and then we immediately died to the effects that weren't done. So I knew, I have known forever before it was in the trailer, before everything, I've known that we would eventually definitely go up there, and there was definitely a playable space and stuff. But I don't know, I've never seen past the first foot. And so, but I'm officially now completely in the dark about marathon, and that makes me so excited, dude.
Season 2, you're going to gain access.
Why do you
to.
laugh about it being in the dark? Because the map is dark. How much PTO do you have left for season 2? The one good thing, there's 3 good things about Destiny dying. Okay, I never have to hear from Aramis again. Destiny Bulletin is gonna write fewer AI driven articles, and I'm gonna have more PTO. So that's cool. Not exactly a trade-off I wanted to make, but one I'll take.
That space.
This is the observation deck and science lab where the UESC has been studying the anomaly. That's going to be one of the most heavily guarded
New
areas
Warden.
of the map.
In there, it's going to be juicy loot.
Ultimately, the real test of mastery on Night Marsh is, can you get into Upper Complex, and can
Did you book
raid
any
that
PTO for the June
VAC
update? Yeah, I'm
treasure
taking the
room up
half day
there?
that day.
In Season 2, Sentinel is a new defensive shell.
They're optimized for controlling space.
Sentinel's so hot, dude.
You have all these different tools that you're able
I
to
think this character's
deploy
gonna be
into the
fucking
world
busted. On
to
especially
fortify an
cryo.
area and keep others out. You're able to put down this defender system that shoots down grenades
Also,
out of the air.
Weird. Yo, Tim, how you doing, buddy? Weird anime, the angles, the visual decision for this is interesting. You don't see a lot of triangular stuff in this game, and I think that's very interesting.
That shoots down grenades
Looks
out of the
great.
air. Whenever you take explosive damage, that's going to be a big buff to a bunch of your resistances. And additionally, when you're surrounded by enemies, your small arms are going to have increased reload speed and ready speed.
Just an anti-Mizraya character.
Players are getting really good at gap closing and getting right in your
That's
face.
girthy,
But
bro.
now with Sentinel, you throw down a snare mine, and whenever anybody gets close
Also,
to it,
these looking like the 7th column symbol. Very cool.
they're stopped in their tracks.
You have an ability to be able to track. They literally will slide up from their sleeve and get a heads-up display.
That guy's the Dave Samuels in Marathon.
Whenever anything is moving around, they're going to show up as a little blip. And that allows
I
you
feel
to
it.
know where your threats are coming from, deploy all your tools, and give the information you need to effectively defend your area.
So not quite bubble shield, but not.
The seasonal
far
reset
off.
allows us to change the journey of the things that you're going to care about.
Just because you experienced it in Season 1 doesn't mean it's going to play out the same way in Season 2. We are taking a holistic look at every mod in the game, every mag, every optic, every chip, and seeing where they sit, what people like about them, which ones people
that
don't
a
like.
cryo mod?
We're flipping
was
implants on
it?
their head.
I don't know.
Now an implant is going to be perk first, stats second. You look at the name of the implant, and that's what the perk is. That's what it does.
Good fucking change. Good.
also going in and changing the rarity and the drop rate of some of these
Oh,
things.
this week gonna hit hard? Yeah,
a weapon
tomorrow,
you
I'm
maybe
excited
got
for it.
real used to seeing in season 1, you might find a little less often in season 2, and you're gonna have to form a relationship with a new old reliable.
I'm so excited for this.
There are gonna be 2 new weapons being added to the sandbox. First one is the KKV. It's a small arms SMG with an integrated suppressor.
I love the bully. The bully will probably always be my favorite marathon weapon. I'm so fucking sick of bully Miss Raya. I'm so fucking sick of it. I cannot wait to see. I think for a game like Marathon to stay fresh and cool and interesting, I think it needs to be a new meta at least every season. I mean, we had like 4 different metas in season 1 between the biotoxic disinjector and the Ares and the waster and the bully and the knife. Like it was, so many different micro metas. I hope eventually we shift to a more long range meta. I mean, when the game first launched, it was like a sniper meta, but like for now, it looks like they're keeping it in that close medium range with the 2, the battle pistol and the KKV. So I'm cool with that, but I want like, and we're kind of going into an anti-grenade meta. Like I really hope they keep shuffling that up and turning it on its head pretty regularly. So I'm excited for that.
Excellent at just mowing down anything immediately.
Copperhead meta, true.
Shotgun rushers, watch out.
I think the KKV is going to be my favorite weapon in the game. It doesn't fucking move. Look how stable it is. Insane.
The second gun is the D54 battle pistol.
This is less of a me gun. I don't think I'll use this very much.
As an excellent 1v1 strafe dueling weapon.
Do you work a full-time job as well as content creation? If that's the case, I really respect you so much more. Not that my opinion matters. Hey man, it's a fun question. Yes, I do. I'm a polymer chemist. That's why all my streams happen at like 4:30 Eastern. That's when I get home from the lab.
Things are going crazy. Put that sniper back on your back and just pop out the D54 battle pistol, and you are just ready to go.
And Robert, everyone's opinion matters unless you post Steam charts. Remember that, buddy.
In Season 2, everyone gets this fresh start, and they have a chance to go back through that journey from 0 to hero.
It allows us as designers to look at what we did and say, hey, how could we do this better?
We've taken a look at a lot of our contracts, like in a single run, heavy traversal. I know everyone loves going from bio to field maintenance. How do we still keep the magic, but just remove some of those frustrations where it feels like you're throwing yourself against the wall? We're looking at things like material costs.
I like the new exfil screen a lot more. It looks... my copium dream is a day where you're in this screen, but it's a 3D rendered environment, and you can step off of your plate and go like interact in a social space, and do things like in effectively the Marathon's version of the tower. And then like you step back on and it snaps you back to this screen. I think that's my ultimate copium. I would love to see that. Like, I just feel like there's not enough reasons to. I just want a tower space. I love just fucking around in the tower and seeing, going. Yeah, I don't even care if it randomly matches you with like 16 people and you can just see their achievements and shit. Like, I just think that'd be cool. So like Helldivers, I don't know. I only played the tutorial and like a mission of Helldivers and I didn't like it, so I stopped playing. But yeah, like just a space. I love the idea of a playable space that becomes a menu. I've always really thought that's a cool thing, that gimmick that video games do, and I would love to see that.
We're looking at things like material costs and how you're earning faction reputation, how you're earning it as a solo, how you're earning it as a crew. One of our big goals is that most Marathon players can actually max out their faction upgrades and get to VIP ranks.
You're our ticket, our dead of night infiltrator.
What we're really ultimately looking to do is make it so we're...
I like how this whole VIDOC is super dark, and then it shows Joe Ziegler's office, and it's just like white paint. All the titanium dioxide. It's great.
Those challenges that might be blocking you from...
Too many windows, Joe! Put some blinds up!
In Season 1, Everything was tied to faction upgrades. If you want extra melee damage, you were having to rank up Arachne. With the Cradle, you get a single screen with all the runner shell stats, and you're
So
able
good.
to pick how you're distributing points. Cradle XP comes
I'm
from
so excited for
smashing
this.
down gear that you don't care about. Points. Cradle XP comes from smashing down gear that you don't care about. You can batch, select a whole bunch of stuff, turn it into Cradle XP, and now you've got more stats for your runners.
If you want to be the fastest runner on Tau Ceti, you can just go all in on agility right from the start.
And we're not gonna penalize you for wanting to reset. You wanna pull all your stats out of
Bro,
one.
that guy's monitor's 20% off.
And we're not gonna penalize you for wanting to reset.
30% off.
If you wanna pull all your stats out of one and put it into something else, you can.
That system is going to give players, I think, a lot more freedom to pick and choose
Did
how
they
and
show a
what they
new
want to
title?
upgrade than the
Infiltrator? I'll
faction
have to,
upgrade system.
we're gonna watch it
offered
again and we're gonna
previously.
go frame by frame effectively. I think, see, like this seems like it'd be a good part of the social space.
We're
Just
continuing to
saying.
build seasons in the future. Not
Seems
just season
very
2.
3D rendered for something that's just a menu screen.
As we're continuing to build seasons in the future, not just season 2, but season 3 and season 4, we're gonna keep hammering at how do we make it so everyone really appreciates that survival journey
30% off it stacks? Well, if they stack, you multiply, you don't add.
better.
What can we improve? How can we shift this experience to just be cooler, just be more fun?
I want to be able
Ah! I'm
to have
so
our
excited
game
for
be
flares,
this
dude.
launching point into a whole bunch of different experiences and stories that players can have.
That's sort of where it's leading
That's a
to,
bonsai from
is
the
sort of how do we
cryo ARG?
discover new frontiers for that gameplay.
I forgot about that. Oh god, they're selling the office already. I fucking hate that. Alright.
When a player starts a new season, I want them to feel like we've been able to kind of recapture the
We're
magic
going
of like
frames.
week one
We're
of
stopping
Marathon
frames.
launch. Everything is new.
So yeah, once again, rings in the background, somehow tied to the
new.
anomaly. I just think it's so interesting because like so many parts of the story, and once again, I'm like, just like with Destiny, I'm like a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10 on the lore. So I might get some stuff wrong. Okay. The anomaly being tied to so many different things, you know, the fungus, the outbreak, the anomaly itself, the sort of shadows that we're seeing, the compiler, like how, you know, how the SFIT controller interacts with the anomaly, like all of this, I think that's so fascinating, especially because it's like very different than old Marathon. You know, I just love that. I think it would have been very easy for Bungie to be like, all right, new Marathon, we're running the classics. Here's the SFIT. Here's the 4. Here, you know, here's the working Cactuar, although I'm sure we'll eventually get that type of thing. You know, I think there is room for that stuff, but I think it shows a lot of confidence that they're like, we're going to have some of that the compiler, for instance, but they're not immediately defaulting to just retelling the story that's already been told. Scary, you like a C- on the lore? No shade. I respect it. Okay, I will own that. Okay. And so I think it is cool. I think it personally shows a lot of confidence that they're like, all right, we're doing new cool shit. And I think that's good.
You don't know what's valuable yet. That feeling of discovery is going to be exciting.
And that's coming
kinda
straight from
push you
Complex,
to
the
new
anomaly thing in the
stories
sky.
and new journeys along your season.
Bro hasn't read his Codex and he's taking the exam. I can vibe it out. I've got a really good memory for shit, okay? Will attendance be taken June 9th for Destiny 2? A lot of people have also asked me, like, I want you guys to know, like, I love Marathon. I'm excited for it. Destiny does, of course, especially for the final update, takes precedent. Like, there's no doubt. I don't want anyone to doubt. I will be on Destiny June 9th. I will be probably doing a fucking absurd amount of grinding. So please don't worry about that. I have max time score. I have every title, every guild. That's not about to end at the 11th hour. Okay, like that's gonna happen. So I've been asked that quite a bit. So I just want people to know that as well.
No progression.
The core thing we think about is how is that journey going to be interesting and fresh, and how is it going to provide players different choices?
I think it's going to be a really exciting time for people to sort of like chart a new course and sort of like finding their own new path.
So where is this? Is this bioresearch? Yeah, this is right outside bioresearch. These towers. So the towers almost look like, I wonder if you have to like activate all of them and it like sends a signal to open the top of complex, or if they're going to be completely separate from complex. Or it's like you have to activate X number of them or something. So we better play for once. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do like a lot of like playing with a lot of people for sure. What does the big X say? USC broadcast. UESC broadcast. So they are satellite dishes. That tower's new. There isn't one in bioresearch yet. Oh, interesting. Where are the current ones? There's one in front of field maintenance. There's one in front of quarantine. Surely those aren't the only two. Those are the only two I can think of right now. Is there one in greenhouse? Yes, there is one in greenhouse. Oh, and there's one in complex. Yes, Rob. Thank you for the 5 gifted, my friend. Hey, if you got a sub from Rob, make sure to thank him. Appreciate you. 5 woke subs. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Do you see that we can read the codex during matchmaking? I might finally read my codex. What the fuck? What do you think the last title will be? Guardian. So red flare here. They show a blue one later. I'm wondering if those are different or if there's just different colors. And can you customize them? Purchasable? Oh my god, is there a rave flare cosmetic that I can buy? Because I will. Flares are still here. Yeah, architecture is still the same. I'm just looking. I'm just kind of vibing over here. I'm seeing if anything's different. I don't think the drone can currently fly over this. Do flares impact thermal scopes? Great question. I have not read the blog yet. So if I have questions and I haven't, and it's answered in the blog, we will get there.
The narrative theme of Season 2 is escalation. The UESC is tired of getting pushed around.
Scarra will discover an unrealized love of Marathon lore. I already love the Marathon universe. I just watch videos or listen to videos. I ain't taking the time to read that shit. You know what I mean?
By the runners, and they're fighting back. As their opposition escalates, so too does the anomaly.
Sorry, John and Julia. I appreciate everything you guys do. I really do. I just, you know, I got people to read that shit for me. I don't need Copilot because I have Jake the Alright. At Jake the Alright, give me a summary of, you know what I mean?
One of your jobs is to find out why.
From the first moment you infill on Night Marsh, you're gonna feel tension.
It is oppressive.
So where is this? Because it's giving me AI uplink vibes, but I feel like I don't recognize this room at all. Flashlights are toggleable. I think they did say that, which is good. Inside algae? Oh, yeah, duh.
Unsettling.
Fuck, it's so dark. Wow. This is crazy. Okay, so here it looks like you're coming out of...
The creepiness factor.
This is greenhouse, right?
It's red.
Or... Fuck, I promise I played this game a lot. I think this is greenhouse. It's hard because so much... It's a fucking... All I have to go off here is plants. And Dire Marsh is by far my least favorite map. But like this like anomaly fragment thing here, you're obviously gonna have to shoot the red things. It's gonna do something to the white thing.
Shoot it up.
Oh wait, let's watch that.
The creepiness factor gets ratcheted up.
Or you shoot the white thing and the red things do something. This is coming out of complex.
As night falls, the anomaly intensifies and digital psychosis hallucinations start to affect you.
the red in the anomaly is very interesting.
Confusing, fragmented vocals and message.
And is this new? So this is, I know exactly where this is. Greenhouse is sort of here. Is this new? I feel like that anomaly is bigger. No, on the left. Sorry, I'm pointing at my screen like you can fucking see that. I'm really hoping the anomaly layout changes and the funnels are different.
That really start to play with what the player is hearing and making them question what's
They
in
said
their
anomaly
head
move?
versus
Nice.
in the real world.
Hey, Scare, I hope the hate against you's not too bad. Fuck them. Keep up the great content. Also, it's enemies that cross max and other now openly boost the marathon hate. Man, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't think it helps, but you know, I'm just look. Once again, I want Destiny more than you look, man. Look, I'm not doubting that Cross wants more Destiny, but my man does not have every title and max triumph score, so he's actually a fake fan, and his opinion on Destiny is actually invalidated. I also pretty sure I have more raid clears than Cross, and my average raid day one placement is better than Cross. So I think by almost every single metric, I'm a bigger Destiny fan than Cross. And he owes me $40 for killing him day one in Marathon. I don't really have a conclusion to this story. I just wanted to say those things. We got the Screeb here.
Versus in the real world.
I mean, it's truly a Screeb, by the way. Oh, so that's a Vandal. That's fucking terrifying. Fuck all of this. Fuck all of this.
Question what's in their head versus in the real world.
Jesus Christ. You guys better have the clip button ready because I'm going to shit myself, okay? Fuck. Do you think the free play weekend from June 2nd to 9th could trigger a massive player spike for Marathon? Look. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I hope, like, I don't really care about specific numbers, man. I hope people try it and I hope they enjoy it. Pretty much with every conversation or question that has to do with player numbers, my response is going to be, I don't fucking know, dude. I make plastic.
Upon landing in Night Marsh, all players will have an equipped flashlight by
Danny's the GOAT, by the way.
default.
This is probably a lot of your first times seeing Danny. It will not be your last time seeing Danny. Danny's good at what he does. Awesome guy. And yeah. We like Danny here, chat. Okay? We're big Danny fans.
Equipped flashlight by default.
Night Marsh is this interesting counterplay of, do I go to...
I'm trying to think of like the Destiny equivalent to Danny. I'm having trouble because I don't really know a lot of people on the Destiny gun team. I remember Kevin used to talk about it a lot, but that was like fucking a decade ago. So.
To the places where there is light and kind of comfort and safety, but doing so makes you a lot more visible to people who are hiding in the dark. When you...
Okay, so I love the idea. So everything in Marathon... Everything, movement, you know, just your abilities, like everything's a give and take. Like very few things in Marathon just give you a pure advantage. You know what I mean? Like even Recon ult, it's a little busted now, but it used to tell everyone where you were. And Vandal ult, like yeah, your movement's better, but everyone can fucking see you jumping up there because you're glowing in disco, but like you've been boogie bombed. You know what I mean? Black Ice, thank you for the tier 1, my friend. I love the idea that like, okay, so in this map, one of your main currencies is light, is your ability to see. But you throw a fucking grenade. I mean, Dire Marsh is light. You can see across the world. So you throw a grenade, 1 POI over, people fucking know you're there. That's terrifying and awesome. Like I've never had to think about that in my entire life of playing video games, and the idea that like close quarters, using a flashlight, using LiDAR probably like alerts players to where you are in a more close area. light grenades, flares, whatever these are, alert people from a longer area. Like, that's actually really smart game design. And that's really fucking cool.
Are in those shadows, you want to have equipment that allows you to see in the dark using your cybernetic eyes.
We really leaned into LiDAR as kind of our mechanic for runners.
Sellout, if I was a sellout, I would probably be playing something that would make me any appreciable amount of money at all. Think about who you're not calling a sellout, your favorite creators that you're like, yeah, they're cool. And then think about how much money they've made over the last 10 years and compare it to how much money I've made over the last 10 years. And then think about how dumb you are.
To navigate in the dark.
Respectfully.
Once you start accumulating these tools and upgrading your loadout to be a specific...
Does UESC not believe in fucking inside lights? What's happening here? Why is it so dark?
Once you start accumulating these tools and upgrading your loadout to be specifically tailored to fighting on Night Marsh...
That's also... Okay, so this is a mod that I saw people talking about where your bullets have a LiDAR effect. So imagine like a suppressed weapon and you're like... Fucking sick.
Tools and upgrading your loadout to be specifically tailored to fighting on Night Marsh, you're going to become far more powerful.
I'm so excited.
One thing we saw resonate with players from maps like Outpost was the way you could work your way through the map and earn access.
You're playing and heavily riding Bungie. Use the wrong form of your. They always use the wrong form of your. They always use the wrong form of your. I'm not heavily riding Bungie. I've spent the last week calling out. I've spent the last fucking 4 years calling out Bungie leadership. Like, you're just ignorant and wrong. And yeah, I am playing because I enjoy the game. And I'm not being paid to do so. So by definition, not a sellout. Thank you. Have a good life getting fucked, hopefully, for your sake.
To treasure. That's the core principle of what we're looking to do on Night Marsh.
Players have kind of seen that there are maybe elevators or staircases up to something that has been closed off, and in Season 2, you're going to gain access to that space.
This is the observation deck and science lab where the UESC has been studying the anomaly. That's going to be one of the most heavily guarded.
Okay, so new Warden. I love the idea that it's got like an eyeball drone. I really hope you can destroy that drone separately and it like blinds the Warden or something. I think that would be so cool. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah. A friend of mine said the new Warden has a ghost.
Areas of the map.
In there, it's going to be juicy loot.
Ultimately, the real test of mastery on Night Marsh is can you get into Upper Complex and can you raid that UESC treasure room up there?
So how good do we think the loot is? Are we thinking Outpost level? Is that what we're thinking? I'm thinking this will be a very outposty map.
In Season 2, Sentinel is a new defensive shell.
They're optimized for controlling space. You have all these different tools that you're able to deploy into the world to fortify an area and keep others out. You're able to put down this defense.
So I want to know. So in both of these clips, this guy is throwing, or gal, this capture person is throwing the trophy system out in the open. Now, I would personally never do that because it's just going to get shot. And I assume that's how it works. Does the trophy system need direct line of sight at a long range? Is there a minimum range that it has to be? Or if I put it like right here, and it destroys a grenade right here, does that still hurt me? You know what I mean?
Your system.
Because it's destroying these pretty far away.
That shoots down grenades out of the air. Whenever you take explosive...
One of the cores is or the implants rather. No, core. I had it right. Is absolutely gonna, instead of destroying that grenade, knock it back.
Damage. That's gonna be a big buff to a bunch of your resistances. And additionally,
Wait, am I fucking crazy? Is this always that color? I really only play Vandal. Does this change color per character? That looks different. It's always that color?
When you're surrounded by enemies, your small
Oh, is
arms
that a
are going to have
panacea?
increased reload speed and ready speed.
Wait.
Players
I was thinking that was just a health thing. Do you mind if I ask you if Milo's okay? I haven't heard from him. I know he's going on like, he's been doing like book club stuff. He's exploring his content, which I think is really cool. Good for him, man.
are getting really good at gap closing and getting right in your face. But now with Sentinel, you throw down a snare mine, and whenever anybody gets close to it,
So I'm looking for an ice thing.
they're stopped in their tracks.
You have an ability to be able to track. They literally will slide up from their sleeve and get a heads-up display.
Snare set.
Whenever anything is moving around, they're going to show up as a little blip. And that allows you to know where your threats
Oh, that is a different mine. Well, he's already used all of his abilities, right? So his tracker's going to be... So trophy system is probably his super. His snares are going to be his, like, his trait. Or his main ability. And then his visor is going to be his trait, probably, like Vandal, or like a Thief. So that's got to be a consumable. Have you seen the Martin shirts? What?
are coming from. Deploy all your tools and give the information you need to effectively defend your area.
Oh, it is an ice grenade. Cool. Cool.
The seasonal reef set allows us to change the journey of the things that you're going to care about.
The guy in the frame before that had a Martin shirt? Did he? What?
Literally will slide
Oh my god, that is a Martin shirt.
up from their sleeve and get a heads-up display.
I want a fucking Martin shirt, bro. What?
Snare set.
Whenever anything is moving around, they're going to show up as a little blip. And that allows
Give me a second. Give me one moment. Definitely. All right, cool. Don't worry about what I just did there.
And get a
Ain't no fucking way.
heads-up display.
Snare set.
whenever
Don't worry about anything. That just happened there.
anything is moving around, they're going to show up as a little blip. And that allows you to know where your threats are coming from, deploy all your tools, and give the information you need to effectively defend your area.
The seasonal reef set allows us to change the journey of the things that you're going to care about.
Just because you experienced it in Season 1 doesn't mean it's going to play out the same way in Season 2. We are taking a holistic look at every mod in the game, every mag.
I want to see what this says. Has anything changed here? It looks about the same. Rare bully incoming? What do you mean? This is new, right? This is new. These are no longer color coded? Yeah, new SMG. Looks sick. Oh, flares and cryo mines. Okay. Loadout and vault combined, yes.
Every optic.
Oh, I wonder if you, I bet you click, oh, well, no. I hope you can click this to, oh, I bet this right here, I bet this is the cradle. And I hope you can click this for shell select as well. Purple sneak bag? Purple sneak bag! Wait, what? Then what? What's going to be the difference between a gold and a... Huh?
Every chip and seeing where they sit, what people like about them, which ones people don't like.
We're flipping implant.
What's that in the equipment slot? Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait a second.
holistic look at every mod in the game, every mag, every
Cryomine. Flare. Oh, LiDAR. Yeah. LiDAR, nade, flare, cryomine. I bet you're right. I bet you're right.
optic, every chip, and seeing where they sit, what people like about them, which ones people don't like.
We're flipping implants on their head. Now an implant is going to be perk first,
Good.
stats second.
I still don't like this logo. I still prefer OG implant designs, but that's okay. That's a fight I'm willing to lose.
You look at the name of the implant, and that's what the perk.
This is how it should have been from the beginning, but I'm willing to forgive.
is. That's what it does.
We're also going in and changing the rarity and the drop rate of some of these things. So
It says matter converter at the bottom. Yes, they explain later in this that matter converter is a way so you can either dismantle into credits or you convert into matter, which is how you upgrade your cradle. Stats don't vary. So instead of like knife fight, you'll have the one that buffs your knife will be the perk that like adds poison to your knife or whatever.
a weapon you maybe got real used to seeing in Season 1, you might find a little less often in Season 2, and you're going to have to form a relationship with a new old reliable.
Good. Good. Drinkable cheeseburger prop? Wait a second. Like this? Like this drinkable cheeseburger prop?
There are going to be two new weapons being added to the sandbox. First one is the KKV. It's a small arms SMG
I'm so
with an
excited for this
integrated
gun.
suppressor, and it is excellent at just mowing down anything immediately right in front of you.
Look how stable it is.
Shotgun rushers, watch out.
Fucking hell.
The second gun,
Wait. Warden has moved on Outpost. Has the Warden moved currently on Outpost? Because I know it can move on Perimeter and Dire. I don't think it moves on Outpost, does it? Yes, it does. It does. Okay, I haven't been playing a lot of Outpost. So random. So it looks like the end of season event was really teasing a lot of. It was just like it was effectively the same as in Destiny pre-House of Wolves when the roaming wolf packs, that's what they're called, would spawn all over the Cosmodrome, or maybe Venus too. I like that. It's like a little preview of the next season. hey, things are escalating. And now I'm really curious, okay, well, chat, they've already told us that season 3 is where stuff gets pretty alien. So what the fuck is the end of season 2 gonna look like?
Second gun is the D54 battle pistol. It comes with an integrated red dot optic. We really see this as an excellent 1v1 strafe dueling weapon. You know, things are going crazy. We really see this as an excellent 1v1 strafe dueling weapon.
Did the long shot just not one tap a green shield to the head?
You know,
We all saw that, right?
dot optic. We really see this as an excellent 1v1 strafe dueling weapon. You know, things.
I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that.
Are going crazy. Put that sniper back on your back and just pop out the D54 battle pistol, and you are just ready to go.
In season 2, everyone gets this fresh start and they have a chance to go back through that journey from.
So, here's where I am. I really am appreciative of Night Marsh feeling so significantly different than Dire Marsh. I think that's really cool. So far, we have seen a lot of outposts in some perimeter, and it doesn't really seem like much has changed on those maps, which is unfortunate. Hopefully they keep the rocket drone in the rotating wardens and stuff. But like, we know the anomaly has effects on perimeter, so I'm going to be a little disappointed if we don't see any sort of like manifestation of that, if it's localized only to Dire Marsh. I want to feel like the entire world is moving forward, not like, oh, Dire Marsh is in season 2 and everything else is still in season 1. You know what I mean? So that's something that's constantly going through my head. Just something. It's more of a minor critique, I guess. But especially, I guess it depends how the faction contracts are changing as well in this season. But I'm interested to see how those evolve. There's a woodpecker on my window? What the fuck was that, bro?
0 to hero.
It allows us as designers to look at what we did and say, hey, how could we do this better?
We've taken a look at a lot of our contracts, like in a single run, heavy traversal. I know everyone loves going from bio to field maintenance. How do we still keep the magic?
Yeah, a
but
new
just
event on
remove
perimeter or
some of those
something. Like, I want those maps
frustrations
to
where it
feel
feels
like they're changing.
You're throwing yourself against the wall. We're looking at things like material costs and how you're earning
hey, more stats there, by the way.
wall. We're looking at things like
Combatant runner, runners down, runner damage, crew revives, inventory value. I feel like this still needs to be blown up. I should be able to see a bunch
material
of shit.
costs and how you're earning faction reputation, how you're earning it as a solo, how you're earning it as a crew. One of our big goals is that most marathon players can actually max out their faction upgrades and get to VIP ranks.
You're our ticket, our dead of night infiltrator.
What we're really ultimately looking to do is make it so we're alleviating all of those challenges that might be blocking you from continuing to grow inside of the game.
In Season 1, everything was tied to faction upgrades. If you want extra melee damage, you were having to rank up Arachne. With the Cradle, you get a single screen with all damage, you were having to rank up Arachne. With the Cradle,
Notice loadout and vault are two separate tabs here.
you get a single screen with all the runner shell stats.
Isn't it weird? The placement of these like extra perks are weird. Are they not?
and you're able to pick how you're distributing points.
Yeah, they did change stats. So strength is melee and finishing siphon.
Cradle XP
Recharge is prime and tactical.
comes from smashing down
Dexterity
gear
they show earlier is loot speed and
that
agility.
you don't care about. You can batch select
Sentinel cores. Yeah, and this is another thing they're doing. So instead of just dismantling everything for credits, you have to make the decision whether you want to dismantle everything for credits or dismantle it for matter.
a whole bunch of stuff, turn it in.
We can read that here. Destroy items here to increase the energy capacity of your cradle. You can use this energy to empower your weave worm colonies and customize the stats of your shells. Certain items are incompatible with the matter converter. Cyber Acme apologizes for this inconvenience. And so here, you're dismantling it. It gives you a certain amount of XP. When you hit that XP, you get, I guess, an extra point or whatever towards your cradle. I think this is really sick. And mass dismantle as well, yes. Favored items are new as well.
Smashing
Favored
down
items.
gear that you don't care about. You can batch.
What do you mean favored items? What am I missing? What am I missing here? Blue sneak pack. Yeah, they talk about the huge vault. I've seen that.
Select a whole bunch of stuff, turn it into Cradle XP.
Oh, these things.
Smashing down gear that you don't care about. You can batch.
Are there more of these? Yeah, look, there's a key section. Are there more of these here? Potentially.
Select a whole bunch of stuff, turn it into Cradle XP, and now you've got more stats for your runners.
If you want to be the fastest.
Oh, hey, they show a new stat
Turn
there.
it into Cradle XP, and now you've got more stats for your.
Support is revive speed and ping duration. Oh, wait, these are just the logos here, right? So strength is, yeah, melee damage. What was the other one? I don't remember. Ability, tactical ability. Yes, okay. Agility, loot speed, overheat. Finisher? Energy? Oh, that's finisher siphon? What's this one? Leech. Your knife attacks restore a small amount of health. Oh, okay. So they are like capstones. Very cool.
Your runners.
If
Support, revive. Wait.
you want to be the fastest runner on Tau Ceti, you can just
I think this is going to be huge.
go all in on agility right from the start.
And we're not going to penalize you for wanting to reset. You
Actually, you wouldn't put in agility. You would put it in dexterity right from the start.
for your runners.
If you want to be the fastest runner on Tau Ceti, you can just go all in on agility right from the start.
And we're not going to penalize you for wanting to reset. You want to pull all your stats out of one and put it into something else. You can.
That system is going to give players, I think, a lot more freedom to pick and choose how and what they want to upgrade than the faction upgrade system offered previously.
That's awesome.
As we're continuing to build seasons in the future, not just season 2, but season 3 and season 4, we're going to keep hammering at how do we make it so everyone really appreciates that survival journey better.
What can we improve? How can we shift this experience to just be cool or just be more fun?
I want to be able to have our game be this launching point into a whole bunch of different experiences and stories that players can have.
Ooh, what was I see a whiteboard and I get
This launching
excited.
point into a whole bunch of different experiences. And stories
Okay.
that players can have.
That's sort of where it's leading to, is sort of how do we discover new frontiers for that gameplay.
We gotta work on our hand. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. They also put out a press kit. So we're gonna look at the press kit and then we're going to read the article. Real talk, do we think there's season 2 ARG? No. Maybe, but probably not. I think they'll save it for the next marathon map, which I think is in season 3, based off of their redacted thing. Okay. LiDAR shit going on here. LiDAR looks so good. Looks like Ryan was right. About what? We're going to the top of complex? Yeah. Yeah. That's a new exfil spot. There are new items like compromise, favored, for example. Oh, looks like level 70 cradle is the maximum based off of Elliot's screenshot, which means you could be 14 short of being able to max every stat. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I don't think they would let you max everything. Oh, fuck hell. Yeah, that was a flare grenade. You see how it's more of a line? It's just giving very Wrath of the Machine, eh? Fuck. Dude. I'm excited. I'm excited. Cradle. Wait, what level did you say? 70? Because he's at 57 here. This looks too good to be a 2D environment, man. Like, this looks like a walkable space. Wow. Oh, here we go. Defender system. So his prime is the trophy system. Snare mine is his tactical. His trait is prey tracker. Castle doctrine. That's probably the one where it said if he takes explosive damage, he like handles SMGs better or something. Yeah, favored. There is a new background. And here, level up. Look at that. Oh. Is this what, give me 1 second. So favored. And, oh, contender. And, oh, what's this? Recycle? Recycle? There's a level up right here. I wonder if level up, if you exfil this, it turns into the blue one. Oh, do you think it's upcycle? Oh, I think it is upcycle. Oh. Someone said devoted. Where did you see that? Contender or contended? Yeah, I don't know. Yellow bag? What? No, that definitely says favored, man. Oh, in the video? Oh, this one's level up as well. Yeah, I wonder if like level up, it would be cool if it's like, all right, green, and then you exfil and it turns into the blue, and then oh whoa, wait. How the fuck would that work with the course? Never mind. That would work for no, that wouldn't work for literally anything. It would work for attachments. Maybe level up is one of your attachments or your shield, or like one piece of your gear randomly levels up. Sick, man. Sick. Hell yeah, brother. All right, vlog time. And by vlog, I mean blog. Okay. Season 2 begins on June 2nd and kicks off with an open play weekend from June 2nd to June 9th. During the open play weekend, the full game will be available to play on Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. And any progress you make will carry over into Season 2. This will be a great time to invite your friends to crew up, as everyone will be starting out on a clean slate. When Season 1 ends, all the assets in your vaults and personalized armory access will be wiped, and your shells will be factory reset to standards to put everyone at the same starting line. It's important we give players a chance to explore the new season together. You do not want to have to worry about going up against fully kitted crews right out the gate. Resets only include things related to gameplay progression. You'll keep your achievements, non-seasonal codex progression, and cosmetics. Darkness descends on Tau Ceti 4. Runners have had a profitable season on Tau Ceti, but their constant raiding has attracted the wrong kind of attention. Now the USC is stepping up its efforts to keep Tau Ceti on the lockdown and protect the secrets they'd rather keep hidden. As the UASC escalate to their defenses, all of this activity on Tau Ceti is causing something else to awaken. The anomaly is changing, and after the sun goes down, things get much, much stranger. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah! Did they reveal the redacted content for Season 2 yet? I don't think I know what you're talking about. Dire Marsh Night, or Night Marsh, or Narsh, as the kids are calling it, introduces a new kind of challenge to Marathon. How will you survive when you lose one of your senses? When darkness falls on Dire Marsh, the things you thought you knew warp in the night. The anomaly blocks your path, long sight lines are obscured in the dark, and you'll want to be careful where you shine your flashlight. You never know what's lurking in the shadows. This new zone introduces new mechanics, new combatants, and locations to explore on Dire Marsh. It's built to be slower paced than Day Marsh or Dire Marsh, or Darsh as the kids are calling it, and plays more like a survival horror experience. The best Bring Me the Horizon album, with slightly fewer players and extra environmental challenges with navigating darkness and threats within. Yes, I did notice the Martin shirt. This is fucking sick, dude. I'm really excited for this. I really hope that there are zombie runner shells, the shadow things that sort of stalk around, but I also hope there's ones that are kind of like maybe like witches in Left 4 Dead, where you walk around a corner and if you accidentally get too close or shine a flashlight on one, it'll freak out and attack you. Like, I want there to be jump scare moments. I think that'd be so fucking sick, dude. Mastering the zone will require you to make use of new equipment designed for surviving and hunting in the dark. Flashlights, a new tool all runners have access to on Night Marsh. I'm wondering if these will be game-wide or only Night Marsh, because I kind of hope they're game-wide. There's like areas definitely in Cryo and Outposts where I think it'd be nice to have a flashlight. So, do you think they'll actually come from fallen runners? I don't know. Sempiternal slander won't be tolerated. To be clear, I love Sempiternal. I would never slander that album. I like it. I just think that survival horror is a better experience front to back. There are songs on Sempiternal that I'm not a huge fan of, but I mean, dude, everyone fucking loves Sandpit Turtle. Everyone loves Sleepwalking. You know what I mean? Classic songs, don't get me wrong. But survival horror is just a fucking fantastic album. That's a no-skip album, personally. My only complaint is I wish all maps had night mode. So I see why you would say that. I actually hope that we get variations of the other maps, but they're different. Like, I think it'd be cool if, like, Dire Marsh's thing is the switch up as night and day, but Perimeter's thing is like, oh, there's just a fucking hurricane happening, actually. You know what I mean? Or the Outpost, the ship leaves, and it just leaves, like, a fucking pit in the ground or something, and it just plays differently. Or it transforms into something else. I really like the idea of every map having like a thing. I think that's cool. Blood Moon Outpost, yes. Winter Perimeter. Now you're talking. How do you feel about That's the Spirit? I like That's the Spirit. It's like a very inoffensive album. It's pretty good. Nuclear Perimeter, that's right. Yes. You know, I stuff like that. So, Vector Rounds, a new type of magazine which creates pools of light where your bullets land, illuminating enemy runners and combatants. That's gonna be fucking sick. Vector Grenades, which highlight the environment and illuminate nearby enemies. Dark Sight Scopes, which highlight the environment around you after you ADS for a brief period. These are focused on traversal versus highlighting enemies. Signal Flares, which light up the environment and come in multiple colors. I just think it's so creative to use darkness and light as a currency. Fuck, I know there's going to be some frustrating and terrifying moments. I'm so excited, dude. I think that's going to be so sick, dude. I think it's going to be so sick. Perimeter, but the ticks fly now. Yeah, Tick Queen. Oh my god. Imagine if the ticks take over Perimeter and it's just like webby and kind of snowy and there's just ticks everywhere and the data wall is just like a giant nest and you have to go kill the Tick Queen. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. The USC have secured their resources on Night March with advanced encryption. Kill the USC to gather their encryption certificates, or certs for short, and hack into the network towers across Dire Marsh to gain access, across Narsh to gain access to their stockpiles of weapons, healing supplies, and other loot. The USC has also locked down the exfils on Night Marsh, and you'll need to collect certs to exfil on the map. So very, very outposty. You can use there's keys around the map. You pick them up, you can use them to exfil, you can use them to unlock supplies. It actually almost seems like this might be an easier version of Outpost, because Outpost has the 3 types of keys and you kind of have to memorize all of that. This almost seems like it might be a good bridge between Darsh and Outpost, because you start to introduce like a map mechanic, but it's a very simplified one. But it might be hard on other ways. Like Outpost, the combat's very straightforward on Outpost, but in Narsh, it will comparatively be probably a little tougher. You'll have to use a lot more of your sort of senses to get an upper hand on this map compared to something like Darsh or Outpost. So, is the security like Cryo? It's probably similar, but more like simple, right? Like Cryo has security, but then it also has the eggs. It also has batteries. Like there's a lot going on with the currency there. This seems to be very simplified, I imagine. Perimeter, but your mom gets loaded into a shell and chases you with the launch. Fucking hell. That's a good YouTube chat. I like that. That's good. That's good. There's a Tick Queen. No, that was me. That was me positing. Okay, I have one question. Can we spam the flares on the maps, and can I make people on Cryo Archive see the light of God? I fucking hope so, dude. Imagine loading in on like a perimeter and you find just a soft shell and you just make like a fucking summoning circle of flares around them. That's a life-altering experience. You may have noticed staircases on Marsh that led to close off doors. Anomalous energies flowing from a complex. Okay, so do we finally get to see what's underneath AI uplink? Or algae ponds? Like in the canals underneath, there's a door that goes nowhere, And I'm wondering if we finally get to go under there in this map. I fucking hope so. Shit, dude. Oh, what if the Sentinel's trophy system attack light grenades? Imagine the other team's trying to see and you're fucking with them with the trophy system. Interesting. What are the UESC hiding up there? Gather enough UESC certs to open the doors and hunt down what enemies, mysteries, and powerful loot awaits in the upper rooms of complex control. Darsh and Narsh availability. One of our takeaways from Season 1 is that we want to be more judicious with how we handle the amount of queues in Marathon. Between adding Narsh, Duo's queue on a daily rotating map, and continuing experimental modes, we're conscious of the impact it could have on the queue health and matchmaking. One thing that I think they've actually done to help with queue health and matchmaking is, variable amounts of teams on the maps. And I actually think it has really helped the game feel better. I've been playing a ton of ranked. I'm almost Diamond 1. I've been playing a ton of ranked this week. And the variability where there might be 3 to 5 enemy team or 2 to 4 enemy teams, on cryo, or on Dire Marsh while I'm farming rocket drones, and there might be, fucking 3 teams, there might be 5 other teams. That's been great. I really liked that variability. I think fewer teams in the lobby does feel very good. But having the occasional very hectic full lobby is also really good. So I think that's been sort of a dual thing where it's helped with the matchmaking time and the queue health, but it's also made the game feel a lot better. So I think it's great. I think it's really, really, really great. I found the stuff under North Relay that you mentioned once. Nice. I like Endgame Marathon, but I'd love to see more variety with the ship itself. I do, if the PvE mode is not a horde mode, which I hope it is, but I don't think it will be. I do think it'll be a PvE only cryo to help people experience it. But I do want to see that. It's hard because I want a new endgame map, but I would love for a more beginner map on the Marathon ship as well. So I don't really know how you fix that, but I don't know how often we're going to be getting new maps. I assume not that often. I kind of assume one new map, rehash map, new map, rehash map type of thing, but I don't know. Variable team counts help with making the game unpredictable, and every unpredictable variable is good for this game. Exactly. Darsh and Narsh are the kind of high Q innovations I've come to expect from the Marathon community. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty good. To that, Narsh and Darsh will both be available at all times for at least the first week of the season. After that, the maps will rotate availability with one another every 90 minutes. Oh, that's fucking weird. You'll be able to complete most of the existing Dire Marsh contracts on either zone with a couple of exceptions. We're also introducing some new Narsh exclusive contracts. Mida and Traxxas are both interested in learning more about what the USC are hiding in the dark, which you'll need to complete on Narsh. If you unlocked and completed a run on Darsh last season, you'll have access to both Darsh and Narsh when Season 2 begins. The same rules apply for Outposts. Otherwise, both Marshes, that's Darsh and Marsh, for those who aren't paying attention, unlock your runner level 3. Runner level 3? What the fuck? That's early. Isn't it 14 right now? Every 90 minutes is weird. Right? Maybe not. Both Marshes equals Barsh. Huge! Huge! Hello there, been watching on YouTube for a while, never been able to catch a stream. Well, welcome, Trouble. Welcome. Interesting. Okay. New runner shell, Sentinel. Season 2 introduces Sentinel, a new shell built for controlling space and defending areas. If you want to protect your team from a rocket drone barraging during a clutch final exfil, or turn the tides reference, on an aggressive team rushing you down, this is your runner. Sentinel's prime ability, Defender System, deploys an automated laser platform which identifies and destroys incoming enemy grenades and missiles, as well as boosting weapon handling for all nearby crewmates. Keep an eye on how many charges it has left to destroy projectiles. It can't block those rocket drone barrages forever. Interesting! It's not time-based. Very cool. Sentinel might be my favorite non-movement character in the game. I'm like so excited for this fucking character, actually. Mostly because I'm the #1 Mizraya hater in the fucking world. I saw your zombie PvE mode tweet. It made me realize it would basically be a survival horror FPS version of Helldivers 2. It got me hyped. I don't think they're going to do that, but I really hope they do it. I think they have a great opportunity to do it. It's fucking crazy, actually, because like they could very much make it so you gradually unlock new areas of the map as you survive. And if any game company was going to do Easter egg style horde modes like Call of Duty and Treyarch, it would be fucking Bungie, right? Like this universe would be perfect for zombie horde modes and Easter eggs and shit, dude. It's not happening. Fuck, I want it to happen, dude. Does this Prime do anything if they don't throw grenades? It says it buffs your handling, your teammates' handling. Snare Mine Sentinel's tactical ability is, and also like, okay, does it says it's a trophy system, so it shoots grenades. Does it shoot the thief drone? Because that's fucking sick. Does it shoot the crab, Recon's crab? That would be fucking sick. Med drones? You know what I mean? Like, can I throw it into an enemy spawn and stop them from healing each other? Type fit? We'll see, man. Snare Mine Sentinel's tactical ability is a thrown proximity triggered mine that will detonate into several immobilizing sub-munitions. Bait enemies into your trap and lock them into place to finish them before they can escape. Sentinel's passive trait, Castle Doctrine, grants increased resistance after taking splash damage and faster weapon handling for close range weapons when surrounded by enemies. Nice. Prey Tracker, their trait ability will activate a short-range motion tracking system that allows them to see nearby moving targets on the radar. Users get a little bit of extra intel on who or what's moving around you and set up your defenses accordingly. Very excited. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm pretty excited for this. Sandbox updates and new gear. Each season of Marathon is an opportunity for us to take a holistic look at what is working, what needs improvements, and where we can add new tools to the sandbox. With everyone's vaults empty, it's a time we can take bigger and more swings across weapons, gear, and equipment. These changes can create space for new metas to form and keeps Marathon feeling fresh as long as you progress through the season, or as you progress through the season, rather. Here are some highlights for what's coming in Season 2. Season 2 brings 2 new weapons. The KKV-9SD. This is the first. The first is the new KKV, a new pistol frame SMG with an integrated suppressor whose name may sound familiar to the Marathon veterans. Its rate of fire is extremely fast, coming in at 1200 RPM. Effective if you want to take down UESC units without other shells noticing you, or if you want to mow down a runner in a split second. It's also a good counter to all the shotgun rushing we saw in Season 1, giving you new tools to combat this strategy. That's fucking insane. Can you show the Infinity Flechette for chat? Yeah. So this is the clip I found yesterday. It was just someone like 3D printing it, but they showed it in game too. And so it's just like fucking crazy fast. I don't know what the Mortal Kombat music is, but crazy fast SMG. It looks just like it does in game. Very cool. I'm pretty excited for that. New tweet from the SC2 teams. We'll check that out here in a second. Check that out here in a second for sure. It's literally the same gun. I know. I'm excited. That's Marathon music? Oh, is it? It sounds like Mortal Kombat music. The KKV can also use a new folding stock mod. Keep it closed for benefits from when firing from the hip, or use your weapon action to unfold the stock and trade those benefits for ADS benefits. This weapon can also be used by the new, or this mod can also be used by the new battle pistol. Oh, it even says the Flechette on it. Just like, so the Flechette is what it was called in Marathon Infinity. That's really fucking cool. The D54 battle pistol, a fantastic weapon for close encounters and one-on-one duels. The D54 comes with a red dot sight and fires full auto 3-round bursts. It's like the Cap 40, or it's like the Bears. Do you guys remember the Bears? from the B-23Rs from Black Ops 2. That shit was sick. Oh my god, please let me akimbo the D-54. It's a high-handling, medium rate of fire sidearm. Think of a hybrid between the Bree volley rifle and the Burt SMG. A perfect companion for sniper rifles and other long-range weapons. Let me dual-wield them! Both these weapons also synergize well with Sentinel, who receives benefits to close-range weapons when surrounded by enemies. Holy shit. Excited. Rarities and chips. Season 2 also brings some changes to the rarity of weapons and new options in the armory with the goal of shaking up when and how you run into weapons throughout the season. This should give you a chance to try out other weapons more often and keep it from feeling like you have to use the same loadout season over season. Based! In addition to new weapons and folding stock mod, we're also adding 8 new chips in Season 2. This includes a Brain Freeze chip. Precision downs and kills with this weapon create a small explosion that spreads frost to nearby enemies. Alarmist chip. After aiming down sights for a brief duration, projectile impacts create a terrifying proximity drop. What? This is like the... Right? Like the Traxxas drones? That's crazy. Scrapyard chip. Defeating hostiles with this weapon has a chance to spawn depleted heal items or standard materials. Interesting. We'll share more details on the weapons, mods, and other changes before Season 2. Implants. During Season 1, it was hard to tell what each implant did at a glance. They were named based on their stats with a random perk attached, but what ended up mattering most to players were the perks, so the names ended up being confusing. In Season 2, implants are now defined by their perk first and have fixed stats, with the name of each implant reflecting its perk. When you check your vault or are quickly looting, it should be easier to tell them apart and choose which ones fit into your build. All of your favorite implants are still there, split between head, torso, and legs, and they still give a stat benefit that scales with each rarity tier from gray all the way up to gold. With this update, some implants will now only exist at higher rarity tiers, as we want to balance the power of high utility perks like Logic Bomb or Triage Cloaking Device with how easy, or in Carnage Cartridge. That one. All of these. Oh, fuck. This is good. No, this is a great change. This is a straight up really, really, really fucking good change. New system, the Cradle. One of our goals with seasonal updates is to improve and update the way you progress throughout the season so your climbs feel different each time. Oh, this is also like a lot of people have been complaining like that build crafting feels kind of difficult in the game, even though it's a core part of the game. I think this is going to help build crafting immensely, which I'm really excited about. I think that's really good for the game. And same with the Cradle, actually. One of the goals of the seasonal updates is to improve and update the way you progress through the season so that your climbs feel different each time. To that, in Season 2, we're introducing a new system called the Cradle, which is where you'll go to improve your runner shell across the course of a season. With the Cradle, you'll empower the weave worms that create your bio-cybernetic bodies to increase your runner shell stats across 6 categories and unlock powerful perks. The primary way you'll progress your stats is by using Matter Converter, which turns weapons, equipment, and other items into experience for your Cradle. The better the item, the more experience you'll receive. Level up your Cradle to earn energy, and then you can allocate to any of the 6 stat categories. Hitting certain breakpoints will unlock additional perks for your runner shell. I've changed my mind. The gold Miss Raya mod needs to go. Yeah, it's fucked, dude. Fuck the Miss Raya. The Miss Raya cannot exist how it does if the Waster and the Knife exist as they do. Pisses me off. Are those Cradle stats different? The Cradle stats are buckets that have smaller stats in them. So hardware is probably under resistance. It's probably the wrench. So like strength is melee and finisher. Recharge is your trait and your tactical. Recharge rates, loot speed and agility is under dexterity. Endurance is heat, and I don't know what that one is. Support is health, things, and revive speed. I'm thinking. I don't remember. So, heat recovery rate. Thank you. Thank you. And then you have hardware resistance, other resistance, and another resistance. Fault resistance. I don't fucking. I don't know my stats. I just make shit up. I just look for bar to go up and I click it. You can relocate your energy to different stats at any time with no penalties or limitations. That's sick. Feel free to experiment freely or just adjust your stats based on your builds, playstyles, and goals. Your cradle progression is shared across all runner shells and it restarts at the end or and it resets at the start of a new season. With the cradle, you'll have easier access to the stats you want to focus on whenever you want, no more needing to level up a faction to gain access to stats. You can change your focus anytime. Everything will be in one page to make things easier to manage. I hope this is separated by shell. Because I'm going to need different stats for different shells. I also wonder how your shell's base stats are affected here. Because right now, each of the shells have different base stats, like different allocations at base. Yeah. Huh. People want loadouts for the shit day one based. Faction progression and contracts. With all the runner shell upgrades in the faction progression trees being moved to the cradle, we'll be able to expand the armory options, which should give you even more reliable access to weapons and items as the seasons progress. You can expect to see some new additions to the faction trees too. For example, each faction now has a unique family of implants, head, torso, and leg, which fits the playstyle of that faction. New Cleric offers implants that will help with healing and durability, while Mida has one that has ones more proficient in mobility and disruption. We've also made some adjustments to schemas, which can now unlock specific barter offers in the armory. Huh. Okay. You can select the shell you want to edit. Nice. If they introduce loadouts, they'll have to introduce not swap. No, dude. Not to Destiny. Faction progression improvements in Season 2 were increasing the rate you make faction progress across the board. You'll feel this through a combination of under-the-hood tweaks, adjustments to the requirements to each level up each faction, and increase options and rates at which you earn reputation. One of our goals with these changes is to make it so that most players who play regularly can max out their faction upgrades and reach VIP rank during the season. This goes for players who love to crew up as well as lone wolves who prefer to run solo. So a couple of changes you'll notice when it comes to faction progression. Updated the requirements to level up each faction, reducing the time necessary to reach VIP in most cases. Good. This includes a pass on the amount of materials required to unlock faction upgrades. So hopefully this time you're not craving bio-lens seeds and alien out. Okay. Bungie person writing this, if you think the problem this season was alien alloys, you are not playing the fucking game. You are not playing the fucking game if you think alien alloys. Look, man, alien alloys, they're more rare than the cubes. Holy fuck. Hazard capsules do not fucking exist. Oh, man. Standard contracts will grant significantly increased faction reputation, so they should help much more with progression. Nice. Added new ways to earn reputation, including adding reputation to enhance green valuables and a small amount of reputation for defeating your ESC. Unlocking everything a faction has to offer will still require time and successful exfils with valuables and materials, but it should feel more like a staircase where you take one step after another, not a wall you must climb. As a burger, my only gold was a hazard capsule? Bro, you need to play the fucking lottery. Holy shit. Yes, Marathon will be free to play next week. That is correct. Contracts remain a great way to earn the favor of factions, and we've been working on some improvements for Season 2. Our goal is to shave off the rough edges, chill down a bit on the heavy traversal and in the single run requirements, and reformulate priority contracts so they don't feel like a blocker to your progress. Priority contracts will be more focused on granting loot rewards rather than hard requirements for reputation. Priority contracts will also no longer be gated behind faction reputation levels. We've also refreshed standard and liaison contracts to shave off some of those rough edges. Remember that if you completed the liaison contracts unlocked a faction in Season 1, they'll be unlocked for you in Season 2. Prior archive contracts are also getting an update. Having every contract require opening a vault made it difficult to make any progress on a run without taking a key and risking it all. In Season 2, we reworked these to set more achievable goals that can be progressed over multiple runs and help teach cryo soft shells the mechanics of the ship, with the 7th contract still requiring you to take down the compiler. Overall, we want the experience of completing contracts to be more organic and enjoyable. We're also working on some changes to streamline contracts to make them less linear in how they roll out over time, which we'll share more about in the future. As someone who works the majority of the time, I haven't seen an alien alloy this season, but I was able to get multiple cubes. Yeah, that's because the cubes fucking spawn everywhere, man. Yeah, cryo contracts should give you better keys, for sure, guaranteed and better keys. Also, one thing they don't talk about, I really hope that priority contracts get pushed forward, like, significantly. Like, I don't want them to be effectively the same as last season. I want the story to be pushed forward. I want the objectives to be pushed forward and to feel unique and new. And I'm a little worried that a lot of them are going to feel rehashed, and I really don't want that. But we'll see. Schema changes are genuinely peak. I'm interested to see, because if it's are they like permanent upgrades, but you can still only buy a certain number per day? Like this kind of matters, you know. I don't know. I have to wait and see how it works. It sounded pretty new. Okay, I hope so, man. Last season we introduced experimental queues, including duo queues and sponsored queue, as a way to test the waters with different ways to play Marathon. We love seeing the participation and hearing your feedback in Season 1, and we're going to continue that into Season 2, including explorations with more PvE content. We're also adding Duos queue for Season 2 with a rotating daily queue for Perimeter, Dire Marsh, Night Marsh, and Outpost. Perimeter, Darsh, and Narsh, and Outpost, excuse me. The rotation is part of us just being more judicious with how we handle our matchmaking divisions in Marathon, and we'll continue to evaluate your feedback in Duos as the season progresses. Duos is sick. I kind of want Duos ranked, but I'll take it. New Warden looks hot. Oh, hey, a shooty thing. A shooty thing here. Oh, is this a talks room, maybe? And you need to do shooty thing? Oh, another shooty thing. Interesting. This image does kind of look like Kevin. That's funny. Kevin the Base from Sunder Doctrine. Oh, yeah, he's using the Ares. Yeah, good shout. Interesting. I think this is the red beam going into the sky. Yes. Ranked updates. When are they adding Farsh? Yeah, Season 3, there's actually a wildfire. Dire Marsh burns down. It's Fire Marsh. So we'll have Darsh, Narsh, and Farsh. True. Ranked in Season 2 will return on June 14th, 2 weeks after launch. One of my big regrets this season is not taking ranked more seriously. I'm like 150k away from Diamond 1. I'm gonna really try to hit it tonight. I'm pretty close. I want it to be more streamable. I hate that I have to play off stream. I'm hoping the stream sniper and streamer mode changes will make it playable. Hopefully. I really wish I would have started earlier, because I'm pretty confident I could have hit Pinnacle. If I really only have grinded ranked like 3 weekends, like really hard, and I feel like if I would have taken it more seriously, I could have hit Pinnacle, and I kind of regret that. But that's all right. That's all right. And I want it to be streamable, because I think it's a fun thing that we could do. Dude, I went on a generational. I had a fucking sick clutch yesterday. It's super sick. So we just went on some great runs. We'll also be making some high-level changes to help simplify ranked and improve the matchmaking times. This includes combining the low and high-stakes modes into a single queue. Yeah, no one's doing high-stakes right now except for cheaters. So this is good. With a 5,000 loadout minimum, players must now also bring a holo tag that matches their current rank. We've also made some... I'm a little nervous on this, because some of the loss penalties are crazy as you get. Like, Pinnacle's 20k loss penalty. That's fucking insane when I can lose it to a cheater or a stream sniper. You know what I mean? So ranked cryo's been my favorite. It's been so good. I'm usually a ranked. The reason I've done so little ranked is because I've only really played it on Outpost. I'm gonna get way more into ranked next season for sure. Like I think I'm gonna hit Pinnacle. I should have hit it this season. I'm gonna regret it forever, I think, but it's all right. It is what it is. Progression has been adjusted and should feel faster across all ranks. That's good. Win-loss point progression will be influenced by the average rank of players in that match compared to the player. If you play against people above your ranks and lose, your loss won't be as big. If you win big against them, though, the earnings will be higher. There's a new that's a Destiny comp strat. There's a new daily ranked sponsor kit that includes a loadout appropriate for your ranked. The higher rank, the better the gear. Players can earn Arachne reputation by exfilling with the tag chip. We'll be making more improvements to ranked as Season 2 progresses, including a new system that will make it harder for ill-intended players to coordinate and team up across runs. We had a couple Operation Friendly Cryo. Not really working. We had one friendly lobby. I played 50 matches. One friendly lobby. And there's been a couple of times where we thought we were the last people on the map, and then we ran into like a solo or two, and we let them exfil with us. But for the most part, Operation Friendly Cryo, complete failure. Complete and utter failure. I'm disappointed in all of you. Respectfully. But, you know, it's fine. Oh, man. Cryo Archive will continue on rotation during Season 2, and with the first chance to play on June 11th, right after Ranked. No, right before Ranked. They said Ranked doesn't happen until June 14th, right before Ranked. Reminder that any of the Cryo Archive subroutines you unlock during Season 1 will carry over to Season 2. Quality of life updates. In addition to all these changes, we have a bunch of QL updates coming in Season 2, with more to come as the season progresses. Increased vault space. A fully upgraded vault can now hold up to 512 grid spaces of items. That's great. That's great. Will there be a new endgame map? Not next season, although it does seem like this is, Narsh's outpost level-ish. I think our next endgame map will be in Season 3, and that's why they had it redacted. So, the ability to batch select items in your vault, added a loot filter where you can select a slot you're missing on your loadout, and it'll filter only the loot you can equip in that slot. That's sick. Simplified and streamlined the lobby UI so you can get in and run faster and more intuitively. This includes combining the loadout and vault menus. Players can access select UI screens during matchmaking, including factions, the codex settings, and more. Added new PC and console cursor speed settings. Add new privacy setting with name obfuscation and matchmaking timer offset. Additional game security features to speed up detection of cheats and reduce their effectiveness. Implemented a round of CPU performance improvements, as well as adding support for frame generation on PC. Performance optimization is an ongoing priority for us, and we anticipate further improvements. Nice. I don't know about you guys. I've definitely already felt improvements, though. Like, my computer, when the game came out, idled at like 90. Now I'm like low 80s. So it's still pretty high, but I have seen some pretty good improvements. Improvements to our network technology to reduce the rate of disconnections, particularly for players outside the United States. Fix rubber banding. For the love of God, fix rubber banding. Please. 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 Marathon's open play weekend. At the start of Season 2, we're opening the gates to Marathon so everyone can experience Season 2 and many of the changes made throughout Season 1. Grab your friends and crew up as everyone kicks off the season on a clean slate. Takes place from June 2nd to June 9th. It includes the full game on Steam, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and S. Any progress you make during the open play weekend will carry over to Season 2. That's actually cool. Marathon will be on sale around the start of Season 2 for Steam. PS5, Xbox Series X, and S. As a reminder, those who already own Marathon Season 2 gameplay content will be available for no additional cost. We'll be back with more information, including patch notes, before Season 2 goes live on June 2nd. Good luck in your final days of Season 1, and we'll see you in Season 2. Huge! Huge. Huge, huge, huge. Lots of great changes. Very excited for all of this. Very excited for all of this for sure. And then the last piece of news today, the Destiny 2 team. Hey all, expect our first developer insight to land tomorrow. We'll be talking through the return of the director, our recently announced distortion activity for destinations, and more. Twid will be going live on Friday. Isn't it interesting? That's interesting. After our second developer insights article focused on Weapons Sandbox. See you soon. I feel so bad, man. I feel so bad that they're not going to be able to stream and show this off. Just sucks, man. Yep. Alrighty. Lots of great changes. I'm so excited for all of this. I have a limited amount of time to go play ranked and get Diamond 1 for this season. I'm very close. I'm going to try to hit it tonight. But, unfortunately, I cannot do that on stream because you fuckers will stream snipe me and you're not nice. So, can't stream it. So, that is going to be the end of this stream there. Season 2 looks awesome. My main thing was I just didn't want... I really did not want Narsh to be Darsh, but dark. And it seems like they're making a lot of changes and there's going to be a lot of very unique stuff to do. And that makes me incredibly excited. We're recording Escape Will Make Me Pod on Friday. Yo, Cosmic, how you doing, Scarrow? When you said Marathon should add a mode where you can be a zombie like mode in Halo, I nearly... I hope they do that, man. I really hope they do that. I really hope they do that. So, yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great night. I love your faces. I'll see you very soon. Yeah, hang in there. Season 2 is going to be great. The last content of Destiny is going to be great. We're going to make it through this. One day, both games are going to be thriving at the same time. Maybe. Yeah. Everyone have a great night. Love your faces. See ya.